Away we go then. Two very familiar kits, very famous colours. Tottenham kicking from right to left in the opening half here at Brisbane Road in the last fixture of week 9 of the WSL. Early clearance away from Ashley Neville. Tottenham will be looking to make a bright start against their North London neighbours. Caldente. Cooney Cross. 3 substitute appearances for her in the WSL before today this season. Fox. Mead can't control. And a chance to hear from Samantha Miller, the former West Ham and Tottenham player.
I think what will be really interesting about the way Spurs set up is they like to often keep it in their own half, and Arsenal will look to capitalise on that and try and pressurise them in their own half and try and force an error. So far, a lot of possession with Arsenal, but Tottenham managed to intercept there. But I think it's really interesting to see Kyra Cooney-Cross start in that midfield role, which will try and carry the ball a lot for Arsenal going forward.
Interception there by Spence. Just away by Naz, former Arsenal player. Played by Summonen. Picked up here by Olivia Holt. Still in play though. Tottenham have lost 2 of their last 3 in the WSL. Defeats away at Chelsea and at London City Lionesses. Arsenal unbeaten in their last 3 in the league. Beating Leicester and Brighton before last weekend's draw against Chelsea. Interception from Cooney-Cross. Vermeulen is a possible target for this pass, and here she is, Lotte Vermeulen, the England international. Fox. Mead.
Lotte Vermeulen just slotting in the back line nicely, considering she hasn't had too much game time. I think Katie Reid had been doing an exceptional job in the back line. I think a very composed player for her age, unfortunately with that dreaded injury, but Lotte Vermeulen has the confidence to back herself to come in and slot right in immediately.
Cooney-Cross. Ball will break on that far side. Ford on the chase. Here she is, the Australian. Ford. Naz. Turn from Holt. Nice read out for Arsenal. Maite Oroz, the Spanish international, also out with a long-term ACL injury. Although they're level on points in the WSL, Samantha, do you see Arsenal as the favourites this afternoon?
I do see Arsenal as the favourites. Like I alluded to earlier, I think Tottenham are much improved this season. They've got an air of confidence about them that they were lacking last season. I think Martin Ho's really transformed this side. I think they've had players like Olivia Holt really impacting the team, and you can see they're looking to get forward as much as possible on the early stages.
Naz. Looking for support. Finds it here from Nilden. Hunt. There's Koga. Played every minute in the WSL so far this season. The teenage Japanese international, still just 19 years of age. Hunt. Vinberg. Koga's ball forward. Caldente. Vermeulen. Vermeulen, for whom this fixture will mean a bit more. Born in London, an Arsenal fan. As a young girl growing up. Away by Van Domsela. Arsenal throw.
think Arsenal will be looking to get an early goal in this fixture. I think Tottenham have been very compact at the back. I'll be disappointed in the way they conceded goals against London City Lionesses and look to just clean up on some errors. And I think Tottenham have started fairly brightly. I think they often give the ball away when they're going forward just as it gets to the final third.
If you think about it, Tottenham have conceded 12 goals in the WSL, but 5 of them came against Manchester City, 4 against London City Lionesses. Tells its own story about their tightness at the back in the other games. Just when they concede heavily. Nicely timed challenge coming in there from Vinberg, and here she is again. It's a foul on Tandberg.
I think Tottenham have done really well in the games that I've watched just to draw in the foul. On that occasion it was Tandberg, but I've often seen Olivia Holt really carry the ball forward and draw in the fouls, and they're getting so many set pieces in matches now, and they've really got to make the most of them, especially when you're playing a team like Arsenal and we're in too many opportunities like this one.
Summonen is behind this free kick then for Spurs. Starting all 9 in the league this season. Summonen to drive it towards goal. No real problems for Van Domselaar.
Summonen's usually a set-piece specialist, so has got a wonderful free kick lately. That wasn't her best effort. It was from quite a distance. I would have expected her to maybe put her looping ball in for her teammates, but decided to go straight for goal. Why not give it a go? But on that occasion, didn't trouble Van Domselaar.
Stenius. Arsenal get the throw. This match was played in front of almost 57,000 people at the Emirates Stadium last February. And it is going to be a record crowd for Tottenham Hotspur in the WSL today against Arsenal. Is that figure still to be counted? They're still working on that, the bean counters. Vubben-Moy. Away by Summonen. Tandberg.
You can see that Lesia Russo is often dropping deep to try and receive the ball. I think herself and Blackstenius actually work really well as a pair. One can drop back, one can push up, and I think it's great that they can both fit in the starting lineup, and I know Arsenal fans really enjoy seeing them both start.
Spence. Arsenal really pressing. Look at the number of red shirts that there are in the final 25 yards or so of the pitch. Nilden.
Yeah, I did expect Arsenal to really press high up the pitch because, like I mentioned earlier, Tottenham like to pass backwards, they like to play the ball around at the back, they also like to take their time with it, and I think the longer you take, sometimes teams will get frustrated in not having possession and really try and press you, and we know the likes of Blackstenius and Russo can really press teams and their back line, so Tottenham will have to make sure there's no room for errors.
Collision off the ball there. Involving Tandberg. Work wide towards this near side to Mead. Finds support from Caldente. Here's Fox. Caldente. Mariana Caldente trying to just slide that one through. Won by Vubben-Moy. Dispossessed though by Tandberg. Oh, it's a lovely little piece of play from Summonen. Releasing Naz. Forward coming back goal side.
I think that was a nice bit of play there from Tottenham, trying to break forward as quickly as possible. It all came from Summonen. Mentioned she's a set-piece specialist, but she's also really good at driving the team forward. And Tottenham have looked assured in themselves at the start of this game. Arsenal just misplacing passes at time, which is uncharacteristic of them. But Tottenham very calm on the ball and taking their time.
Spence. Spence again. Chase on here for Vinberg. Up against Vobbenmoy. Vinberg. Vobbenmoy just able to poke that ball away and now able to clear. Mead. Crossfield ball. Over the head of Stina Blackstenius. Faced by Koga. Spence.
There's a bit of brilliance earlier from Vinberg. I think she's a player with a huge amount of potential. She's getting more amount of game time this season. She's really good at driving at players and just managed to beat Vobbenmoy at the back. It was a near chance for Spurs. Couldn't make the most of it. A nice bit of build-up play there from Tottenham. Arsenal need to be really switched on at the back to a player like Matilda Vinberg, who can create that bit of magic.
Koga. Neville. Here's Hunt. Australian international. Against several of her international teammates this afternoon. Foul on Naz.
Naz, such a quick player with the ball at her feet. Loves to take players on 1v1. She's coming in more central areas today. Often see her drift out wide as much as possible. She likes the space in front of her. And I think the only thing sometimes is her decision making, but I think the more game time she's getting, the better her decision making's been. And it's interesting to see her interchanging with her positioning.
Vinberg. Nilden. Nilden's ball into the middle. Plenty of defenders back there. Not too many forward in the white of Tottenham. Nilden again. Hunt. Skips away from Holt, but she's able to keep that ball in play. Tamberg couldn't get on the end of it. Naz. Promising signs here for Tottenham. Neville. Summonen. To squeeze it through there to Spence. And Arsenal might be able to break here. Rousseau. Ford on that far side. Faced by Neville. Rousseau. Brings Fox into play.
Arsenal on the counter-attack there. You'd expect Arsenal to be the team in possession and Tottenham maybe trying to break on the counter, but it's the other way round at the moment. And Arsenal sometimes look like they can really create something when they do get forward that quickly, but you can see how alert Tottenham are. But here's a chance for Arsenal.
Fox drives it towards goal. Taken by Kopp. And you can see the face mask that Liza Kopp is wearing today.
Fox just driving into that central area. We have seen her score a few worldies for Arsenal. Even though she's a defender, she does like to get forward on occasions. Seen her score some of those top bins.
Such a consistent player, missed only 2 of Arsenal's 42 matches in all competitions last season. Vinberg. Naz and Tamberg ahead of her. Naz having to go wide, pursued by Katie McCabe. Vinberg. Shot was blocked. again with Koga. Here's Hunt. Koga. Neville. Summoner has made a run. Wasn't used. Taken down by Nilden. Just a wall of red that Tottenham are trying to find a way past. Hunt. Nilden. Summoner. Neville. Naz is on that far side. Here is Jessica Naz. Oh.
Just slightly in front of her, couldn't keep the ball in play, but really nice build-up play from Tottenham. And I think for me what's been most impressive about this Tottenham side is they're interchanging in positions. I think they're making it really unpredictable for Arsenal. You've got the likes of Vinberg coming in centrally, then drifting out wide, and the same the opposite side with Jess Naz. And it's making it hard to read their next move, and a very bright start from Tottenham.
Remember, Tottenham finished next to bottom in the WSL last season. Significant improvement this season indeed. Their 15 points from 8 matches is their best points total after 8 matches in a WSL season. That was risky from Kopp. Koga. Here's Neville. Kopp. Nilden. Tenberg can't keep hold of possession. Mead. Robben-Moy. Here's Koga.
Robben-Moy has been really high up the pitch. He's almost acting like an extra midfielder. Going really high up to try and be an option and drive the ball forward for her teammates. You leave yourself a bit exposed when you push up too high sometimes if Tottenham are to break forward quickly.
Held up by Tenberg. Nilden. Bit of space on that far side now if Tottenham can work it out to Neville. Naz making a run ahead of her. Jess Naz in behind the Arsenal defence. In towards the middle, almost taken there by Vinberg. Couldn't make a connection. Lovely flowing move from Tottenham. Here's Hunt. Just a free kick, foul on Mead.
Really nice play there from Tottenham. I think for me it was the quick pass forward, one-touch pass. Ashley Neville utilising that space out wide, quickly playing it in front for Jess Naz to use her pace. First time cross into the box, and Vinberg couldn't make something of it. It was just almost just inches away from her. And a really nice bit of play there from Tottenham, and Arsenal need to be alert to it. Tottenham look like a completely different side to the team that Arsenal would have played previously.
Bit of a problem there for Beth Mead.
I think Beth Mead has been excellent this season, actually, in terms of her contribution. She's a real provider. If you think back to her Sunderland career, where she was an out-and-out number 9, scoring all the goals, and as soon as she came to Arsenal, really adapted and changed her position and made that her own. Now she can assist and score. I think she's been a really vital player for Arsenal and contributed in many ways. I think Arsenal are still trying to get themselves into this game and find their rhythm.
20 minutes gone then. Tottenham 0, Arsenal 0 in this WSL fixture, the final match of week 9 in the WSL. As Hunt scored an own goal in the 5-0 defeat at Arsenal back in February. Given away. Tamberg's pass intercepted by Cooney Cross. Russo. Fox. Lovely ball forward. Caldente. Just got a little bit too much on it. Gathered though by the fullback, McCabe. Up against Naz. Cooney Cross. He's going to be cleared by the defender.
Really interesting tactics from Arsenal. I'm noticing that Lotte Wubben-Moy, he's really pushing high up the pitch, and it's almost as if her job is to force an error from Tottenham, make them lose it in the midfield, and then Arsenal to try and quickly break forward.
Ford. Just away. Shot is driven, but wide.
Cooney Cross not afraid to take a shot from distance. I think for me the most impressive thing about Kyra Cooney Cross is her passing range, the way she can dictate play and really switch it up. Not seen her get too much game time, but I've seen her make appearances off the bench where she's made a significant impact instantly. She really is a special talent that is just growing more and more, and I think we're still yet to see the best of her when she gets more game time.
Cooney Cross and Caitlin Ford looking to get the better of their Australian teammate, Claire Hunt. Winberg. Nilden. Spence. Hunt. Spence. Long ball over the top. Naz on the chase. She's not going to get there though. Fox. Tottenham throw. Summoner. Blackstenius looking to put a bit of pressure here on Lisa Kopp. Koga. Caught out there. Chance for Caldente. Mariona Caldente. Should she have had a shot? Holt. Fox now for Arsenal.
You can see Arsenal really trying to pile on the pressure as soon as Tottenham try and play it out at the back, and that's where it looks like they're trying to get a goal from. Tottenham need to be careful in those areas, because Arsenal are a team that can definitely punish you on their day. And I think Tottenham, what they like to do is really use the width of the pitch and get their full-backs high and wide, and again they've lost it.
Caldente. Still Caldente. Blackstenius couldn't turn, cleared away by Summonen.
Arsenal are so quick on the press. Got players that will close you down straight away. They are picking and choosing when to press.
Ford. Cooney Cross making a run. Half cleared. Spence half clears as well. Catley. Ford. Foul. By Neville.
Neville just trying to stop Caitlin Ford from turning. Sticks a leg out to try and win the ball, and that was a foul. And actually Neville has so much experience, has been such a consistent player over the years. for Tottenham.
Longest serving player with the club. So a real chance for Arsenal to create something then from this free kick. The usual suspects are all forward, hoping to get on the end of this delivery. Cooney Cross and McCabe are behind this free kick. You'd expect Cooney Cross to send the ball in. Cooney Cross, dangerous ball, headed behind. And it had to be as well by some of them because there were two Arsenal players steaming in just behind her.
It's an excellent delivery from Cooney Cross. Zooming in first to it. Arsenal players all making a run. Russo, Wubben-Moy trying to get first to it. Zooming in did extremely well.
McCabe with the corner. And she can try again. There's a clash of heads here. It's Catley. I think that's Summonen as well who's down. No, it's Hunt.
Two Australian teammates colliding there. Catley, captain for today's game.
So Arsenal, plenty of possession so far. 27 minutes played. 180 passes though from Tottenham, 84 for Arsenal. And while we wait for treatment to the two Australian players, remember Caitlin Ford is a 16-year-old arriving in a hotel with the Australian squad. It was her first big tournament, and I was based in a place called Bochum in Germany, which is kind of near Dusseldorf in the Ruhr area. And she, at 16, was very much the baby of the squad. And I was the only one in the bar in the hotel watching another game from that hotel. And she sprinted off the coach, came in to see if there was the match was on the TV. She was the first one in, and she sort of said in very slow English, expecting me to be German, you know, what's happened so far, what's the score? And I, of course, answered in pure English. And the whole Australian squad sat down and watched this match in the bar of this hotel with me. It was really, really weird because I was going to be commentating on them in a couple of days' time. And basically with Caitlin Ford, the rest of the squad were all looking after her. She's just 16, her first experience of a big World Cup. Now, Catley's going off. Now, presumably that might be because something has to be patched up. There might be a bit of blood there. Let's hope it's not too serious. Amazing to think that was back in 2011 as well. Time flies.
Caitlin Ford has achieved so much since then, and
absolutely,
like you said, had such an early start and played football in America at a young age, and now England. So she's really travelled and played in different types of systems and formations, especially playing in the NWSL. It's very different from the WSL. Seen her score some fantastic goals in her time.
Let's not forget, she scored 7 in the WSL against Tottenham.
She seems to like this fixture.
Cut out by Wubben-Moy. Touch forward from Tamberg. Holt looking for Spence. Fox was across covering. Here comes Mead. Catley. Cooney Cross looks to have just dropped into defence at the moment. Samantha with that head injury, but Catley, as we saw, was back on. And she is just leaving it. McCabe. Half an hour gone, 0-0 in the North London derby. Russo. Just hit too strong for McCabe to get on the end of.
Russo dropping back really deep. You can see how much she wants to be on the ball. I think Arsenal want her a bit higher up the pitch. She's just trying to get on the ball as much as possible.
Koga charged down by Blackstenius. Koga has scored the winning goal for Japan this year in the She Believes Cup, as Japan took the honours in that particular competition.
Koga's been really impressive for Spurs. It's her reading of the game and when to time tackles and her positioning. Started adding goal recently to her game so she can go up for set pieces. But defensively, she's been fantastic and been very consistent.
Scored in the last home match against Liverpool. They've got 2 balls on the pitch because somebody on the far side threw it. I'm trying to throw it to that person in the blue anorak, but they missed completely.
It's been a very interesting matchup so far. Tottenham
Who's had the better
leading the way, actually. You'd expect it to be Arsenal.
Arsenal free kick. They're looking to take it quickly as well. Jason McKay trying to argue her case, but to no avail.
I think with Arsenal, once they find their rhythm, sometimes there's no stopping them. Tottenham have got to hope that Arsenal don't start to find it, because I think once Arsenal have a bit of momentum with them, sometimes there's no stopping them, and once they get one goal, get going. But another chance now from a set piece to try and make the most of this.
Everybody back for Tottenham. Goalkeeper shouted for it, but it was headed away, half away. Fox. Should be the goalkeepers, and Kopp able to gather.
Comfortable for Kopp there. With Fox. Good ball into the box. Blackstenius couldn't get the execution with power she would have liked behind it. Comfortable for Kopp in the end. Arsenal creating more chances now.
Blackstenius able to turn. Russo in close attendance. Here's Fox. Works it wide to Mead. Mead's ball into the middle. Kopp, one-handed punch away. Rather fortunate it fell to a Tottenham player as well. Cooney cross. Fox. And here you can see plenty of the action is towards the Tottenham goal. Cleared by Spence. Catley. Cooney cross. McCabe. Caldente. Extenius. Cooney cross. McCabe. Mead, the little touchdown, Russo.
Chance there for Russo. Much quicker play from Arsenal. All initiated. Katie McCabe put Put a good ball into the box. Tottenham couldn't clear. Mead laid it off nicely for Russo. Arsenal gradually getting more and more into this game now.
Touch from Blackstenius, Russo. Neville, no nonsense clearance.
Arsenal really trying to find different ways to break through this Tottenham defence.
10 minutes to go then, until half-time, plus whatever additional time is to be played. Catley. Domsala. Moy. Hunt, let it run across her body, which could have been awkward. Kopp. Again, slightly dangerous there. Almost picked up by Ford. Koga.
Ford and McCabe both trying to press that left-hand side and force a mistake from Neville, who we know likes to drive forward, likes that bit of space in front of her. And Kopp, so calm with the ball, just taking her time, inviting the pressure.
Nicely done. Charging forward here is Olivia Holt. Naz. Holt wouldn't quite fall for her. Tottenham will look to build again. Hunt. Here's Nilden. Koga. Hunt.
Tottenham just waiting for the gaps to open up. And there's not a passing option on. We'll often go backwards. Often in this first half, they've had willing runners.
Caldente. Gets it back from Fox. Bit of space here for Mead. Blackstenius. Stina Blackstenius. Lovely bit of skill. Kopp with the save and able to get the rebound as it smacked against the legs of Summerton.
Great link-up play between Beth Mead and Blackstenius. Nice bit of trickery from Blackstenius. Tries to get the shot off and does so, but near post. Tricks Claire Hunt. Tottenham managed to make sure that one didn't go in the back of the net. Nice play from Blackstenius, her footwork.
Russo. Ford. Nowhere past Neville. Not gone out on that far side. Caldente. Cooney cross. Spence.
Spence is all over the pitch. When Tottenham do have it at the back line, Spence will often drop in, try and get the ball, and then when Tottenham do break forward, she's really quick to get up there, and she has such a wealth of experience in this league and previously played for Chelsea.
Caldente. Neville was the player who was dispossessed. Blackstenius trying to set up Russo. Neville. Summerton. Neville finds Holt. One number 11 fouling the other, and that will be the first yellow card of the afternoon.
Olivia Holt draws in so many fouls, and she really eases past players. The ball is almost stuck to her foot. She's a player that loves to carry the ball forward, and Tottenham look most dangerous when they do get the ball to Olivia Holt to just drive at players. She'll really just keep going for as long as she can and draws in so many fouls from doing so. I think Olivia Holt has been exceptional for Tottenham.
Yellow card then for Katie McCabe. Chase on here for Tamberg, but she looked offside, and indeed the flag is raised.
Arsenal playing a really high line.
Cooney cross. Catley all forward. Fox. Mead. Russo wants that ball returned to her. Instead it's Caldente. Cooney cross. Catley. McCabe. Katie McCabe. Caldente. Cooney cross. Fox. Fox has continued her run, but Mead can't find her. Spence. Summoner. Tamberg. Over on that far side was Naz in a bit of room.
Really good play there from Tottenham. Couldn't find Naz out wide, but you could see their intentions. And Arsenal, just before that, Emily Fox trying to make the overlapping run, slightly misjudged it. Tottenham starting again at the back. It's been end-to-end at times in this match. It's been quite an exciting first half.
Neville. Holt. Neville again. Finds Naz. Tamberg's in the middle. Naz's cross has plenty of height on it. Away by Fox. Nilden. Vinberg in support. Here she is. Koga. Gap simply wasn't there, and perhaps Blackstenius might be able to break here. She needs support. Ford provides it. Blackstenius. Ford again. Caitlin Ford back towards Russo. Spence. No nonsense clearance from her.
Caitlin Ford just driving inside. I think Arsenal just not quite on the same wavelength. The opportunities are coming now for them. Katie McCabe.
McCabe again. Spence. Naz hits it low. Into the last minute of the opening 45, plus then, of course, whatever additional time is to be played. Fox. Russo. Fox. Loses out to Nilden and is now out of position. Here comes Vinberg. Robin Moy trying to make the challenge. Naz making the run on the far side. Arsenal back in numbers, not too many in the white of Tottenham forward though.
Vinberg did really well to keep hold of the ball there. Had a flurry of Arsenal players around her. Individual bit of effort from Wimberg to keep hold of the ball. Naz, so often an option out wide for players.
4 minutes additional time to be played. Naz. This was blown. Offside against Jess Naz. I wonder who'll be the happier of the two coaches at this stage of proceedings.
I would say probably Martin Ho will be the happier manager. I think Tottenham will be delighted if they can keep it 0-0 going into half-time. It will give them so much confidence.
Forward by McCabe. Maxtinius. Cooney cross. Fox. Mead. Caldente, Fox. Cooney cross. Arsenal patiently probing. Caldente. Mead. Cleared by Summerton.
Wasn't going to risk it there. Quickly tried to get the ball out because Arsenal knocking at the door now.
Robin Moy. And Domsalar away. Awkward bounce, appeals for handball. Referee and assistant not at all interested. Maxtinius. Interception from Neville. Naz, dispossessed though by Cooney cross. Caldente. Fox. Arsenal can't make progress again. Caldente. Maxtinius. What's a free kick given away by Koga.
Maxtinius made it really difficult for the Tottenham defence there. All down to her footwork. She's really good at keeping the ball tight to her body. Tries to weave in and out of the Tottenham defence, draws the foul. And it's now a free kick in a really positive position for Arsenal. Try and take the lead moments before the half-time whistle.
Pretty much central, as you can see. Arsenal brought it back a couple of paces as well, just to give themselves a little bit more room to be able to get this ball up and then down again. Who's going to strike it? Gabe is the player pointing. And remember, the Arsenal players have to be a metre away from the Tottenham wall. Straight into the wall from Mead. And that is the final action of the first half at Brisbane Road. No goals in the opening 45 minutes in this North London derby. The last fixture of week 9 in the WSL. Arsenal have probably had the bulk of possession, but neither side have been able to make the breakthrough so far. At the break, it is goalless. Tottenham Hotspur 0, Arsenal 0. Nil-nil then, between Tottenham Hotspur and Arsenal. We're going to have a change for Arsenal. Olivia Smith, the Canadian international, is going to come on. record signing from Liverpool, scored on her debut in September for Arsenal. And Samantha Miller alongside me. Liv Smith's ingenuity and all-round clever play is probably just what this match needs.
Definitely would have to agree. I think she'll really inject some energy into the side. It's looking like Taylor Hines will also be able to do that. And Olivia Smith, I think, can make an instant impact. So quick. Will look to go forward as much and as quickly as possible. I think she's just the type of player that Arsenal need in this second half.
Arsenal get the second half started. 0-0 in the North London derby. Arsenal with that double change then. Remember, the target for both sides is a third-place finish come the third place in the WSL standings come the end of the day. That's the prize on offer for whoever comes out on top in the North London derby. Tottenham's throw. Change there on Holt.
Taylor Hines getting stuck in straight away. I think she's had a bright start joining Arsenal. She has come on, started some games as well, and just looking to make sure that she stays on the Tottenham players.
Hines then on for McCabe. McCabe was booked in the first half. First corner then of the second half. Plenty forward for Tottenham. Doesn't get past the first defender though. Neville chooses not to use that. Nilden again. Here's the lineups for you in case you have just joined us. Hunt. Claire Hunt trying to find a way past. Can't do so. Ford blocks any further progress forward.
Amanda Nilden again trying to get up the line, use the width of the pitch. Left-footed player on the right this time. I think Arsenal really try and have a big start to this second half.
Taken down by Russo. Summonen. Spence. Forward by Caldente. Cut out though by Koga. Here comes Koga again. Holt. Naz on this near side. Faced by Hines. Hines with the block. Taylor Hines, who rejoined Arsenal in July, having come through the Arsenal Academy before leaving for spells on Merseyside with both Everton and Liverpool. $6,788 is the attendance at Brisbane Road this afternoon. So another corner then for Tottenham on this near side. Higher delivery this time, punched away one-handed by Van Domselaar, but there was a foul in the penalty area.
I think Taylor Hines has come on specifically to try and stop Jess Naz. Jess Naz keeps getting wide, getting the ball. Jess Naz has had a couple of occasions to get crosses into the box, and I think Taylor Hines has just come on to stop those and shut down Jess Naz really quickly.
Of course, Samantha, the booking for Katie McCabe in the first half. You can't really take any risks if that is identified as a potential danger source. Naz making the little run in field, ignored though by Holt. Olivia Holt. Naz, faced by Hines. Doesn't go for the return ball. Hines gets it away. Ford. Putting off the challenge of Neville. Touch back from Blackstenius. Here's Cooney Cross. Fox. Smith to her right. Here's Liv Smith, her first involvement in proceedings. She's got past the defender. Blackstenius, great chance, not taken.
Real chance there for Arsenal. Mentioned Liv Smith coming on and injecting that energy into the side, and she's done that, just that. Starts off with Emily Fox, finds Olivia Smith 1v1 versus Amanda Nilden, gets the cross into the box, and Russo, Blackstenius, sorry, couldn't adjust her positioning to keep the ball down. Blackstenius finding herself in those right areas.
Robin Moy. Spence. Here's Catley. Smith. Outstanding goal from Olivia Smith on her Arsenal debut back in early September on the opening weekend of the WSL. Indeed, it was voted goal of the month for September. Smith, plenty in the middle. Liv Smith. Deflection took it away. Chance for the shot on goal, blocked up by Koga.
Emily Fox often finding herself really high up the pitch. She'll support out wide when it needs it, but also going in the central areas to get shots off. And it was blocked in the end from Tottenham. But Olivia Smith really driving this team forward.
Hines at the corner. Nobody on the end of it. Looked like there might have been a foul, and indeed there was.
Ball into the box and found Russo at the far post, but there was already foul committed in the middle.
By Bob and Moy. Tanberg. Cooney Cross. Chase on for Hines. Just keeps it alive. Lovely little drop of the shoulder from Caitlin Ford, but the whistle has gone.
Caitlin Ford can't quite believe it. All came from Taylor Hines going forward from that fullback position. Nice battle between herself and Jess Naz. Caitlin Ford offside.
Just seems to be a little something extra in the play since half-time. A little bit of extra vim and vigour and zip from both sets of players.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think Hines and Smith made a difference to Arsenal in their second half, utilising the flanks. And Tottenham, being in this game still, they're throwing everything at it to try and make it stay like that.
Fox. Smith. Caldente. Chasing the ball down there is Tinker Tanberg, and you just feel that Tottenham have got to try and involve their main striker a little more in proceedings.
I think Tanberg has had a really positive start for Tottenham. You see the influence she has leading the line, and I think big boots to fill. When you look to the bench, you see a player like Bethany England, who's been prolific in the WSL. I think Tamberg really needs to make a mark, and I think she's definitely done that this season. Tottenham do need to try and involve her a bit more in this game. I feel like really using the midfield and the wingers, but not so much Tamberg.
Caldente. Smith. Beautiful run. Tottenham able to clear it away. Challenging back was Liv Smith. Well, that then world record fee for Liverpool for Liv Smith. But every time she gets the ball, there's a frisson of excitement.
You can see that she's got so much desire to make a difference. She's certainly doing that.
Holt. Neville. Here's Koga. Holt. Comes off Summoner. We're going to get another change. Perhaps in just a moment. Certainly the fourth official, as you can see there, is with the board, but it might just be that Tottenham are going to assess the situation with Summoner.
I think Summoner will really want to carry on if she's able to. Captain for this side today. Times.
Frida Manum there. Frida Manum, Leonardsen, her full name, is coming on. So the Norwegian international is on. Stenius is the player withdrawn. Slightly surprising.
I think it's surprising to see Blackstenius come off, because I think she's a player that gets those all-important goals. Think back to the Champions League final. She's a player that really can score when it counts. And I think her footwork has been fascinating to watch. I think she's been beating the Tottenham defence at times, and it looked like she just needed a few more chances, and maybe one of them was going to result in a goal, but Marnham does this exactly, drives forward. On that occasion she lost the ball, but Marnham can score goals as well.
Catley. 13 goals in all competitions last season. Frida Marnham, 7 of them coming in the WSL. Bubbenroy. Now a chance perhaps for Tamberg. Knew the challenge was coming from Smith. Smith can't do anything with it though.
Tamberg was just a bit isolated there. Mentioned Tottenham getting the ball to her more often for her hold-up play up top. She did try and hold the ball up. There wasn't enough teammates around her. And it was great play by Liv Smith. Work rate's been formidable since coming on. Tracking back to win the ball back. Driving the team forward as well.
Catley. Fox. Caldente. Expected and anticipated a move forward there from Smith, but it didn't come. Mariana Caldente. WSL Player of the Season last season after joining from Barcelona.
Last season, Caldente was excellent, scoring some fantastic goals. She was all over the pitch. She was getting herself in those goal-scoring positions. She looks a bit more of a deeper line midfielder in this game. I'd like to see her get in those goal-scoring positions again.
Smith, Mornan. Spence able to shield it. We're going to get a significant change here from Tottenham. Looks like it.
Bethany England, she'll be so hungry for a goal in this fixture.
Will it be in place of Tandberg or alongside Tandberg? We'll know the answer to that in a few moments' time. Neville. Smith. Worked out wide. Caldente. Fox on her outside. It's Emily Fox to drive it across. The block was by Hunt. And Mornan was waiting to just turn that in. Cleared away by Nilden. Robin Moy. Still going. The little touch. Here's Smith. Cop in the way. Tottenham still can't clear it. Ford can't make progress. Some desperate defending here from Tottenham. And Nas should eventually be able to take it upfield. Holt. Cooney Cross. Good passage of play that from Arsenal, but Tottenham holding firm at the back.
Tottenham did everything they could to try and prevent Arsenal from scoring there. Some last-ditch defending, initially defended by Claire Hunt. I have to say, Taylor Hines has done extremely well since coming on.
Cop is down. She's been excellent since coming on at half-time. Liv Smith.
Yeah, just here, Liv Smith with the give and go. She's been excellent since coming on. And Jess Naz having to defend Caitlin Ford here. Taylor Hines doing well to push forward from the back line and just overload the Tottenham defence.
Clearly struck the arm of the Tottenham defender there, but nobody in red and white appealed for a penalty. There simply wasn't one. Arsenal edging on top now.
Yeah, I think Arsenal look more comfortable in this second half. Tottenham are having to stay really switched on at the back. Arsenal creating more and more opportunities in this second half. The introduction of Hines and Smith have made a big difference, and now with Bethany England looking like she's coming on, I think not only does England add dimension up top, but she also adds leadership skills. She's very vocal on the pitch. She's a real character in the game, and she's so passionate.
It is Tandberg who is coming off, so it's a straight swap up front. Beth England coming on, wearing the captain's armband now, as the club captain. Trophies with Chelsea, including 4 in the WSL. Cock gets it away. We might not have had any goals, Samantha, but it's been a fascinating encounter so far.
Really has. I think we're used to Arsenal dominating this fixture. Tottenham have done everything in their power to prevent a goal. It looks like one could come for Arsenal.
Smith trying to outrun Nilden. Smith able to get that ball back across. Hunt with the header. Vinberg. It's made a huge difference, Liv Smith, since coming on. Hines. Kinney cross. Robin Moy. Fox. Faced by Vinberg.
I think what Bethany England will do, she'll try and press Arsenal's back line. Bethany England, her work rate is incredible. She gives absolutely everything. She would have been really keen to get on the pitch, especially in a fixture like this that means so much.
Hines. Ford first to gather possession for Arsenal. Catley.
Tottenham did beat Arsenal in pre-season, and I wonder if, in terms of mentality, that does play a factor.
Hines being matched stride for stride by the opposing number 24, Spence. Neville. Plenty to ponder for Martin Hope. He's made the one change already. Beth England on up front. Monham. Robin Moy. Fox.
Arsenal just trying to look for the gaps to open up. Caldente again dropping extremely deep. On the same line as Cooney Cross, both of them are playing a very deep role, with Frida Marnham pushing forward.
Cooney Cross. Caldente. Falls kindly for the ball across. Block was made though by Koga. As Mornham tried to drive that ball across the 6-yard area. Mornham again, the little flick. Summoner. Robin Moy. Fox, England. Right there with her. I can see from the look on Beth England's face what she thought of that decision. It's taken quickly. Smith. In towards Russo. Midway point of the second half then. Tottenham 0, Arsenal 0. Further changes perhaps from René Schlegers.
Arsenal still have so much talent on the bench. Likes of Chloe Kelly, Pelova. Pelova would push a bit more forward in the midfield if she were to come on. And Chloe Kelly, we know exactly what she can do. Big game player.
Holt drives it across, looking for Vinberg. England will chase, but Fox will get there first. Smith gets away from the challenge there of Nilden. Smith in towards Russo. Morna. England's high ball across. Neville's clearance. Cooney Cross. Still out wide is Smith. Look how much space she has. Gathered by Kopp.
Smith with a lot of time and space. opts for the cross into the box, too close to Lisa Kopp. But Smith given a lot of time to pick out a player. Probably wanted to aim for Russo. Arsenal doing a lot more of the attacking in this second half. You see they're trying to get the ball to Olivia Smith as much as possible.
Ford. Russo just in field. Caitlin Ford escapes the challenge. Cooney cross. Smith. Robin Moy. England. Naz. Certainly haven't seen as much of Jess Naz in this second half as we did in the first, but that's a lovely little drop of the shoulder. Nobody, though, on that far side in an advanced position.
I think with Taylor Hines coming on and really marking Jess Naz well, means that when Tottenham do get the ball and they look for Jess Naz, which is being marked, we often don't really go with that pass. Whereas before I felt Jess Naz was a lot more free.
So we are going to get changes. We've got Artinen there. Is one of those coming on. Spence. Well, was in behind Vinberg. Vinberg battling for possession. Nilden. Catley's header. Hines allowed it to bounce, which can be dangerous. And it is a Tottenham corner.
Beth England did well just to put Taylor Hines off there. You see that momentum's slightly shifted now, and it's Tottenham creating a couple of opportunities. Beth England is really good at winning aerial duels, and that's exactly what she'll try and do.
Change of corner taker. Amanda Nilden had taken the last couple or so from this near side for Tottenham. It's Matilda Vinberg now. Vinberg's corner is deep. Goalkeepers should gather, and Van Domselaar does. Draw would leave these teams in exactly the same position in the WSL table as at kickoff. Arsenal would be in 4th, Tottenham in 5th. Win, though, for either team would take them above Manchester United into 3rd. A little bit off balance when she hit that one, Holt.
I think Holt could have possibly gone for a passing option there, had willing runners in front of her. Took the shot on herself, slightly slipped, I think.
Koga. Neville. Cobb's clearance. Looking for Naz, who's trying her luck now on the Tottenham left, up against Emily Fox here.
Emily Fox, such a consistent player for Arsenal, is so strong, quick. I think she was a great signing by Arsenal. She has so many attributes to be a fantastic fullback. She gets forward a lot. Defensively is so strong.
Al dente. Chase on here for Mornham. Hunt gets there first, though. We're going to get the changes now, perhaps. Indeed we are. Double change then for Tottenham with 16 minutes or so remaining. Summoner is being withdrawn. Holger Artinen coming on in midfield. Change as well. The other change is Martha Thomas coming on. The striker, the Scottish international, who is now on as a substitute for the 7th WSL match in a row.
Very experienced, Martha Thomas. I actually remember being at her debut for West Ham when she was there, that she was playing against Arsenal and scored and had the most phenomenal game to kickstart her career at West Ham at the time. And she's a player that will make so many runs forward and will just keep going. She's very strong. She'll enjoy coming on in a fixture like this. She'll feel like she has a point to prove. Probably hasn't had as much game time as she would have liked to have. And it shows that Tottenham have a lot of confidence in this game, because putting on Martha Thomas as a striker shows that they really want to go for it.
This match very much in the balance then. Cooney cross. Caldente. Here's Hines. Ford looking for the return pass, and she's got it from Caldente as well. Ford into the middle. It's a free kick to Tottenham, much to the annoyance of the Arsenal supporters.
Caitlin Ford making a run off Caldente, tries to find Marnham. Bit of a collision there between Drew Spence and Frida Marnham. Drew Spence is so strong. I remember playing against her when I was younger, and she was at the Chelsea Academy. From a young age, she was so strong to come up against in terms of her physicality.
Nilden. Naz. Can't find her way past Hines. She's in here for Russo. Which comes in from Koga.
Perfectly timed challenge there from Koga. Had to get that one right, otherwise Russo would have skipped past her. Mentioned earlier Koga and her positioning and timing her tackles extremely well.
It's almost, Samantha, getting to that stage of the game where one moment of magic or one mistake might make all the difference.
Does feel like that. We know what Arsenal are capable of. I've often seen them come up with a late important goal, but Tottenham are throwing everything at this game.
Cooney cross. Catley. Catley again. Ford. Given away. Best of balls forward though. For Holt to try and chase.
I think Holt wanted the ball played to the right of her, and Bethany England played the ball more centrally. And then Beth England tried to make up for it by pressuring the Arsenal defence.
Catley. Again by Koga. So impressive, just 19 years of age. You can see her featuring at 4, 5 Women's World Cups for her country, for Japan, who are such a force in the game. Moy. Smith. Seen a lot of her in the last 5 minutes or so. Looking to get away from Nilden. Oh, that's a corner. Thomas trying to win the goal kick there off Liv Smith, but it's gone the other way.
I think Nilden had to be really careful with her positioning against Olivia Smith. Almost can't dive in because Olivia Smith is so quick. You also need to stop her running at you.
Taken short by Hines. Caldente being urged to shoot, can't keep it down.
Caldente can't quite believe it. A real chance there. From distance. Just cuts in. Left foot. Gets a shot off. Well executed. But over the bar. She looks disappointed with that. Caldente, world-class player.
We've had 15 goals today in the WSL, 3 more yesterday, 18 in the other 5 WSL fixtures, none as yet in this one. And you can begin to feel the tension that's creeping in here. So much more than a result at stake here. North London pride is at stake.
Really is. And you can see Arsenal keep pushing. They really want this goal. Tried a few different things.
Card for the first challenge. She was sent on to make an impact. And she made an impact there.
Tottenham are making it difficult for Arsenal. Not long left to go, and I'm intrigued to see if Tottenham could hold on, or if Arsenal can break the deadlock as they're so desperately trying to do so.
Because you do get the sense it is Tottenham holding on rather than pressing for a winner themselves. They'll be looking to get something on the breakaway, but I'm sure Beth England has had the contribution that she would have liked so far.
I think the way Tottenham have set up to play, using the wide areas, not really going centrally through the pitch, and Beth England's playing that central striker role.
Moy. Too long, gathered by Cotton. And another change then for Tottenham fairly soon.
Lena Gunning-Williams there, potentially looking to come on. I think she's a fantastic young talent.
Just away in the nick of time by Spence. Otherwise, Morton might have been away on that far side. Fox. Arsenal corner. And the pressure from the visitors is almost continuous now.
Arsenal have been relentless. They've not stopped trying. Chance after chance.
Hines to take. Headed from Voman. Smith. Cooney cross. Thought about going backwards then, decided against it. Smith. Bit of room here for Ford. That's too close to the goalkeeper though.
Expect better from Ford there. Comfortable for Lisa Kopp. Right at her, but there was other options for Caitlin Ford, and I think that's just frustration and just rushing it, knowing there's not long left on the clock and you really want to try and push for a winner.
Well, Tottenham actually haven't drawn a match in the WSL so far this season. 5 wins and 3 defeats. Fox surging forward there. Was she caught? Yes, she was. Free kick.
Emily Fox just trying to run forward. The way she strides with the ball. Made a pass out wide, but her heels got clipped.
Pushed out of the way there by Naz. Cooney Cross is behind this free kick, but going to see Chloe Kelly there on the left, and Gunnar Williams coming on for Tottenham. So Ford is off. Kelly is on in her place. Oh, that's something to take on the underground with you, isn't it? It's a bit disconcerting for Chloe Kelly to look up and see a huge cutout of her face. Arsenal free kick then. Cooney Cross with it. It's beyond Voban. Catley kept that ball in play. And Naz clears it away.
We'll have to see what Chloe Kelly can do. We know that she's scored such important goals for club and country. She's as calm as you like under pressure.
She made her Arsenal debut as a substitute in the 5-0 win against Tottenham last February. After the much discussed move from Manchester United. Smith up against Nilden. Smith comes away with it. Russo on the chase. Kopp gets there first. So it's called commanding your penalty area, isn't it? Just take the player, as long as you take the ball first.
Kopp really quick of her line.
Yeah. Coming for a bit of a stick from the Arsenal fans today, as Lisa Kopp. Particularly when she went down for treatment to an injury that they probably considered wasn't actually there.
Yeah.
Now the change for Tottenham. Olivia Holt is off. Comes on in her place for her 5th appearance of the season, all 5 of them as a substitute.
Lena Gunning-Williams, a really young, exciting talent. Can make such a difference with her pace. Saw her come on as a substitute in some of the cup games for Tottenham. She really brought energy to the game. Definitely a player to look for in the future. So much potential. And her background is actually acting, so chose to pursue football career.
Into the last minute. How much additional time will we have? Cop hits it long, Fox is underneath it. Smith loses out. And Williams gets the first involvement. Keeps the ball alive, up against Hines. Hines gets it clear. Caldente. Kelly. Minimum of 5 minutes being shown on the board by the fourth official.
Gunning Williams will keep chasing. Not long on the pitch, he can just use all that energy to keep running at Arsenal.
Van Domsela. Catley. Goal for either of these two teams at this late stage would surely be the winning goal. Chase on here for Thomas. Cooney cross. Catley. Hines. Battle ready with Gunning Williams. Artinet. Thomas had set off on a run, wasn't used.
Surprised she opted to go backwards there. Looked like Thomas was the best option.
Now, Leonard Gunning Williams isn't going to get that. Van Domselaar does.
Leonard Gunning Williams still did enough to put off Van Domselaar.
He's had a relatively quiet second half, Daphne Van Domselaar in the Arsenal goal. Slip might present Tottenham with an opportunity. Thomas.
Thomas just rushed the shot there. Link up between Thomas and Leonard Gunning Williams. Tottenham substitutes have made an impact in this match, and it looked like that was Tottenham's chance. Martha Thomas can adjust her body well enough to get a real shot on target.
Bearing in mind Arsenal won both these fixtures, 3-0 and 5-0 last season. If it stays this way, will it be a better point for Tottenham than for Arsenal?
Definitely. I think Arsenal expect so much of themselves. Just look at the calibre of players they have, look at their accolades, and I think on paper you expect Arsenal. I think it would be huge for Tottenham to get a result from this game, especially looking at the history they not often have. And Arsenal have dropped a few important points this season. They'll be disappointed, so they will really want to make something of this game.
Tottenham's throw. 90 seconds or so remaining. We're under a minimum of 5 minutes additional time. Offside. Smith. Away by Nilden.
Arsenal will really look for a late winner.
Boban Moy. Russo just gets there ahead of Hunt. And commits the foul. This almost certainly then the last opportunity of the match. Cooney cross. Misplaced pass, Tottenham clear. And Domsala. Neville's underneath it. Perhaps a chance now for Tottenham to break England. Naz over on that far side. Instead it's to Gunning Williams. Looking to take on Hines. But there is no further play to be had. The North London derby ends in a draw. Arsenal had more chances than Tottenham, but neither side could find a way past the opposing goalkeeper. So both teams end the weekend in the same places as they entered the match. Tottenham 5th in the WSL, Arsenal 4th in the WSL. All square then in the North London derby. Only the second draw in the WSL between these two local rivals. And it has ended at Leyton Orient in a goalless draw. Tottenham Hotspur 0, Arsenal 0. I think, Samantha, we can see by the look on the faces of some of the players that Arsenal look a lot more disappointed than Tottenham.
Yeah, I think Arsenal look a bit dejected by that. They would have expected to really come and get a result, and I think they wanted to bounce back from the Champions League result against Bayern, and I think they'll have felt that they almost lost this game because they wanted to get all the 3 points, and I think for Tottenham, would have almost felt the opposite. Tottenham looked really happy with that. Would have felt more like a result for going Tottenham's way.
So Tottenham move on to 16 points from 9. Arsenal on 16 points from 9, but Arsenal have a significantly better goal difference, which is the reason that they are above Tottenham in the WSL table. Look at that then, Arsenal 13 shots to Tottenham's 4. 4 of those on target. Didn't have too much in the way of corner kicks. And it all ended, as you can see, 0-0. A couple of bookings in the game as well. There's never actually been a red card in the North London derby in the WSL. One yellow card apiece. Let's have a look then at the highlights of the afternoon. Arsenal with this free kick into the Tottenham penalty area. And Samantha, Arsenal just couldn't find a way through at any stage. And when they did get a shot, Koch was there.
Koch was so alert to the danger in the box. Made a couple of comfortable saves, wasn't challenged enough. It was Blackstenius with potentially the best effort of the game.
Arsenal certainly had more attacking play than Tottenham in the game. Mead looking to set up Blackstenius here. But when she delivered the shot from the narrow angle, again, the goalkeeper in the way.
Blackstenius with all the trickery and the footwork, but opted to go near post, which Koch was aware of. Probably needed to aim for the far post or a teammate. Just that decision-making in the final third. A lovely bit of footwork from Blackstenius.
Into the second half now. And the introduction of Liv Smith for Arsenal gave them a real impetus on that right-hand side. Smith here looking to take on Nilden. And the pullback was put over by Blackstenius.
Smith getting the better of Nilden, who came from Emily Fox. perfect pass into Olivia Smith. Left foot, right foot. Had time to pick out a pass, and Maxtinius just couldn't get it on target.
As you can see from these highlights, they're all towards the Tottenham goal. Smith with the shot. Kopp in the way. Smith really did just improve Arsenal's play in the second half after coming on as a substitute.
Smith managed to make a run straight at Kopp though, and it was Russo that set up Smith. Caitlin Ford trying to battle it out with Jess Naz on the left-hand side. Wasn't to be for Arsenal.
Certainly struck the arm of the Tottenham player there, but no way it was going to be a penalty. And later, this effort from Caldente again. Arsenal couldn't keep it down, so there were no goals to be had, and the North London derby ended 0-0. Plenty to discuss and to ponder for both sets of players and coaching staff. Martin Hope delivering his words. Willie Slagers across to applaud the Arsenal fans. At times it did feel as though there were more Arsenal fans in the stadium than Tottenham supporters, even though this is a Tottenham home match. Arsenal unable to get the better of their North London neighbours. But Arsenal now haven't conceded a goal in the last 4 WSL meetings between these two clubs. Tottenham still looking for just their second victory over Arsenal. The return fixture, incidentally, is scheduled for late March as we come towards the conclusion of the WSL season. So the European champions of last season finished second in the WSL last season. They were 12 points behind the champions Chelsea, but it's Manchester City who are setting the pace at the top of the WSL after 9 rounds of matches. Was a draw about the right result?
I think so. I think in the first half, Tottenham really had some decent opportunities. The second half, Arsenal created chance after chance, and neither of the teams could finish off those chances. And I think you really do have to be clinical in the final third, and both teams didn't challenge enough in the final third, and I think draw is probably a fair result. I think Arsenal did edge it if there were a team to take the points, but at the end of the day, Tottenham, I think, defended really well. So yes, I'm going to say draws, fair result.
Well, it was a weekend of plenty of goals in the WSL, except in this match. Manchester City beating Manchester United by 3-0. That was yesterday. City now 8 wins in a row in the league. The London City Lionesses making it 2 wins in a row, having beaten Tottenham last week 4-2. They win 3-1 away at Aston Villa. Top scorers of the weekend, Brighton and Hove Albion getting 4 as they swept aside Leicester City. Big result of the weekend. Liverpool won, Chelsea won. Chelsea scoring early, but Liverpool coming back to take a point. So Chelsea drawing for the 2nd weekend in a row. And West Ham getting their 2nd WSL victory of the season, beating Everton by 3-1. And that's a result that moves West Ham above Liverpool in the WSL standings. And of course, as we've just seen, Tottenham Hotspur 0, Arsenal 0. So this is how the table looks then after 9 rounds of matches. Manchester City with a 3-point lead over Chelsea and a 7-point lead over 3rd-placed Manchester United. Arsenal in 4th, as we mentioned, Tottenham Hotspur in 5th. Those two just a point ahead of the London City Lionesses. At the bottom are Liverpool, yet to win this season. West Ham United going on to 4 points. and Everton just above them on 5. So it is finished in the North London derby. Arsenal 0, Tottenham 0, or rather Tottenham 0, Arsenal 0 from Samantha Miller and me, John Roder. We hope you'll join us again soon for more action from the WSL.